Good evening, all. How are we all? I hope we're all well and welcome again to see you this week. I hope you've had a wonderful week since I saw you last. I will be taking calls today, but also I want to talk about the power of you. Power of you today and how we are energy, how we are all connected to everything and everybody, and spirit especially. Um, People often ask me, how do I connect to spirit, etc. And I always say I connect to me because I am spirit. My soul sits in me, it sits in my solar plexus, and that's what controls me. However, in my life, I've allowed my human brain to take over and the human energy to dominate, and the human ego. So the brain and the human ego is our worst enemies that we can have. However, I was lucky enough to understand that, I could break my ego, which I did, and that allowed me to suddenly listen to my own soul, my own energy, the power of me, and then I understood how I control me. We are the only things in this life that we can control. We can't control anybody else. We're not responsible for anybody else. We're not responsible for how anybody else feels or anything else. We can only control ourselves. And then we must ask ourselves that question: what kind of a person do we want to become? So if we can only control ourselves, who do we want to be? Who do we want to become? What energy we want to be? And once you know everything about you, good, bad, indifferent, and you come to peace and to terms with who you are and your life and your reality, then you can understand or start to understand, how other people think, feel, and you can help develop and support and be with them. And most of all, you then understand what it feels like when spirit connect to you and you can give a message through mediumship. You can also understand the meaning of what energy feels like when you connect with someone, when they're feeling sad, down, happy, elated. How many people out there, how many times do you walk into a room and you can instantly understand and read the energy in the room? You know when you've walked in on something, or you know when there's an atmosphere, or you also know when it's a really good atmosphere and everyone's enjoying themselves. How many of you experience that? How many of you experience just a feeling out of nowhere? And suddenly you get a call, or you get news that something's happened, or good news that someone's about to announce a baby or they're getting married. How many times can you relate back to that moment before you got that information that you knew something was coming? There's an intuition, just a knowing. So if we can control ourselves, and we can understand ourselves, and we can understand how to read energy, we understand how we're all connected. And everything affects us, not just other people's energy, food, things that we ingest, smoking, alcohol, situations we're in, environments we're in, objects we hold. What's the meaning to them? Are they negative, positive? Everything has a meaning. Everything has a connection in some way, a frequency, a vibration, a resonance. We all know about the opera singer that can sing a tone and shatter crystal glass. That's done with vibration and frequency and resonance. So how do we transfer that to our everyday lives? We can get down and depressed and we notice that we're feeling low. We always say, I'm feeling low today. I'm not feeling great. I'm feeling low. That's because your vibration is low. You could have a virus. You could have a cold. You could have an infection. You can have anything. You could have mental health issues. But out of all of that, does it do? What's the common denominator? It's a low vibration and you're feeling low frequency, low vibration. And we have the power to change that. So when we're feeling low, for whatever reason, we can lift ourselves. Yes, grant you friends, family help you do that as well. But we have the power, we have the energy ourselves to lift ourselves. And that can be done various different ways, surrounding yourselves with happy people, playing your happiest song, being kind to you, having your hair done, go and buy a new outfit, go to the gym, do something that has a positive energy and raises you. And most of all, and most importantly of all, we have to be aware of our thoughts and our thinking, because our thoughts and our thinking dictate fundamentally and subconsciously our moods. So when people talk about positive thinking and people think it's a load of old hogwash or whatever, it isn't. It truly isn't. I guarantee if you tell yourself, you look at yourself in the mirror every single day, at least once, and tell yourself that you love who you are, that you love you. Actually say it out loud. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you every day. And I guarantee you within a week, you will feel completely different about yourself. You will feel that you actually do start to begin to love who you are. We lose the ability to believe in ourselves. When we're children, we're innocent and we don't hold on to things. We let things go, and children are very resilient, mentally resilient. It's not till we become adults that we understand the gravity of some of the things, some of the traumas, some of the triggers that we've experienced in our lives. And that will automatically bring our vibration down when we recall and recollect past traumas and past triggers. Now, I'm not saying you should just completely dismiss them. You shouldn't. You should face them, even if it takes going to find professional help and getting therapy, but face them, deal with them, work through them, talk about them, understand them. And the more you understand them, the more you deal with them, the more you understand about yourself. And you grow stronger each day by dealing with these issues that you have to go through, that your own personal battles, your own personal paths, and at times you feel completely alone, that nobody loves you because of that. You feel isolated. But in actual fact, you're not. You are being watched, you are being guided by spirit. But the other reason why we sometimes feel alone, because our path is our own path, and we have to walk that path alone. Yes, we have friends and family and people that come into our lives and leave our lives, but ultimately our path is our own. And we have the choice on where we want that path to go and what direction we want to take it. Yes, we have the realms of reality to consider. It's not like I can turn around and suddenly say, I want to be the quarterback for the New York Giants next week. That's reality-wise impossible. But I have positivity within the realms of my own life and my own abilities. And I drive forward my life now with my decisions, and I live by my decisions. I take responsibility for my life. And I wake up each day now happy that there's a new day and there's something new to do. I know it's a cliche, but I genuinely go out there and enjoy life. Every little situation, even if it's just going to the shops to buy this weekly shopping, I still find the joy in something. So as I said earlier, guys, if you want to join in and call in and talk to me about your experiences, how you feel energy works with you, what your connection is to energy, what your connection is to the universe, to spirit, to the higher power or higher being that you believe in. What is your faith? What is your belief? There's no right or wrongs here. It's your life. It's your path. The kingdom of God is within you and all around you. Think about that for a second. So if it's within you and all around you, then you're God of your own little world. You're God. You make the decisions of where you want your life to go. You make your life what you want it to be. and you put that energy out into the world, you put that energy out into the universe, and believe me, the gifts that come back from the universe will come back tenfold. So put it out there, manifest your dreams, manifest your life, become what you want to become. And you will live a happy life. So as I said earlier, call in. Let's hear your thoughts. Let's hear what you've got to say. Because I love hearing what people say, and from different parts of the world. Everyone has their own opinions and thoughts and belief systems, and it all enriches the ingredients of the cake that we're baking. You know, so Liana in New Britain, Ileana, are you there from New Britain, Connecticut, USA?
Yes, I am.
And how are you today?
I'm doing very well, and yourself?
I'm actually very well, a little bit under the weather, got a bit of a cold coming, but again, me, myself, and I feel great, and life is for living.
That's awesome.
And what can I do for you
Very
today?
optimistic. Well, I would like a reading, maybe.
You like to
I
read
don't know.
yourself? No worries. No worries. I will be honest, Ileana, when I connect to your energy, just as I'm hearing you talking, I do feel like your energy is quite low at the moment, as I was talking about low energy at the moment. And I don't know if that's just your character, just where you are, or you're feeling a bit under the weather or a bit drained at the moment. But I do feel that you're quite tired, and my throat is constricting as I connect to your energy, which usually means communication and emotion. And it's almost like there are some words you need to start speaking your own truth towards certain people around you. Would you understand this?
Yes, I do understand that.
You know, I feel
I
like
do.
you feel like life is you're wading through treacle at the moment, that everything's hard work and it doesn't need to be. And again, I just feel, I got a feeling that you feel isolated, that there isn't anyone to have your back or to support you at the moment. You feel like you're fighting everything on your own.
Yeah, definitely.
Would, would you
I
understand I'm
wish I
being
had a
shown?
breakthrough.
I understand. Would you understand that I get the feeling they're showing me that a few years ago, or when you were young or whatever, you were actually quite a happy-go-lucky person. You're joyous. You sort of enjoyed life, and you like to laugh and giggle and see other people enjoy themselves.
Yes, definitely
And
true.
and you've lost that a little bit, doesn't it? It feels like you've lost your spark a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
I understand that completely. Um, I'm being okay. I'm being shown, and again, I know this is a cliche, but I'm being shown that you need to give yourself some love, Ileana. You need to look after who you are. You need to start to heal yourself, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally, and start to understand that you have a voice and understand that you are worthy, you know, and also understand, and not in a horrible or arrogant way, but understand that if people want to be in your life or want to be a part of your life, that they have to prove themselves to you just as much as you do to them.
Right.
And
That's correct.
stop allowing people to keep on taking from your life without giving anything back.
Yep.
You feel completely drained, sweetheart, and I understand that. And I feel I've got a lady with me, an older lady. She's bent over a little bit as though she had problems with her back towards the end with a walking stick, or she had problems standing up straight. But she's got a lot of love for you. Um, what are you telling me, sweetheart? What are you showing me? Right. She's showing me if you keep allowing people to drain you and drain you of your life energy and keep on doing what's happening, I can see. Please excuse the expression. I find it quite funny. But also, she's saying, she said she can see you becoming an old lady too soon. And what that means, what I'm taking that, I mean, it's like you're not a dull lady, and you're becoming dull, or life has become dull for you, and it feels like you're not moving forward anywhere because people have drained your life force. Does that make sense? Your life energy just to get up and live life.
Yep, that makes sense.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
Why is she showing me a teddy bear with a dicky bow or a bow around its neck?
she probably gave me that once when I was younger.
Okay. She's showing me that, and I feel like they're trying to show you that the spirit are around you. They are trying to give you love. In actual fact, they're showing me you've had in the last few days a couple of emotional moments where they've said we've actually been around you and you felt like someone was around you.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
I've
that's
been,
them trying to let you know that they are with you. And it's almost like they give you a figurative hug just to sort of make you, to sort of calm you and to, stem the tears a little bit. But they're saying you're going through this time, this change, and you will go through this change. There's a lot of changes going on, but there's a lot of changes going on for everyone at the moment, sadly to say. But they're saying once you've gone through these changes and you've come out the other side, you will feel like your old self again. You will have that fire back in your belly. You'll have a bit of spark and you will have a bit of sass about you again. Does that make sense?
yeah, yeah, it does.
Just believe in you, Eliana, yeah?
Yeah,
Believe in what you want
definitely.
to do. Believe in what you want to do and believe in, yeah, just in you. Listen to your stomach, listen to your intuition. It's screaming out to you, trying to show you what it wants to do.
Okay. I'm
Because you are
trying to
quite
connect to
intuitive,
that, and
aren't
it's
you?
kind of hard.
I understand, but you're quite intuitive, though, aren't you? I'm being shown,
Yeah,
right? You need to
yes.
listen to that. You need to
Okay.
listen to that intuitive part of you. Stop allowing your brain to rule your life.
Right.
Okay? And I feel that
Okay.
if you start doing that, things will start to turn for you. I also feel that you've got either another job coming up or you're starting a new job relatively soon, because I do see a new job or a new source of income is coming your way in the future in the next month or two. So keep an eye out for that. That will help, and it will also help with your healing, because I feel it will put you amongst some people that you'll really get on with and understand and quite enjoy being around.
Sure.
Okay, Liliana, I do have another call coming in, so please stay in touch. Let me know how you get on. Please call in again if you wish. All right, and
All right.
please take their love, spirit's love, and just believe in you, Liliana. Believe in who you are. Listen to your intuition.
Thank you. I will.
You're more than welcome. You take care. Okay, I've got Miriam in Toronto, in Canada. I hope you're well, Miriam. Oh, we lost her. Not a problem. But as I was saying there to Ileana, to everybody, believe in who you are. Listen to that silent voice deep within who you are. Your intuition, your soul sits in your stomach. Your stomach gives you a lot of signs and signals. Knotted stomachs, butterflies, anxiety, nervousness, excitedness. It all comes and stems from your stomach. And you have to constantly be aware of that. Listen to that silent voice deep within you. That voice that talks to you throughout the day that we constantly dismiss. We constantly push away. We constantly dismiss and ignore. And then we find out later on that if we'd only just listened to that voice, that we wouldn't have had the problem or the issue that we've ended up facing, or the situation we wanted would have been resolved nice and easily, or everything would have gone nice and smoothly. But because we didn't listen to ourselves, we didn't listen to that silent voice, so and I'm a firm believer in spiritualism. I'm a firm believer that It isn't all about mediumship and giving readings and psychic things and reading other people's energy. First and foremost, your first step is you. Find the peace within you. Find who you are, and if you already do or you have done, fantastic. And then you're ready for the next step to read other people's energies, to read the energies around the world, to understand how different moon phases, different planetary phases, retrograde, etc., blue moons, full moons, super moons, they all affect us. And how do they affect us? They affect us by electromagnetic fields. And we, as a human body, is a living being that works on electromagnetic fields, electro impulses. Our brain works by electro pulses, things like that. They get affected by frequencies and vibrations and electromagnetic fields. So there could be times when you're feeling down, low, and depressed, when there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. There's nothing going on in your life to make you feel that way. So why do you? Well, be aware of your environment, be aware of what's going on all around and in the universe, because this all affects us in some way. So be aware of that, be aware of the energy, and understand what's going on. Is that Valerie in Riverside, California? Valerie?
Yes.
Valerie in Riverside,
Hi.
California. How you doing, Valerie?
Hi. Good. How are you?
I'm good. I've got to say, you've got a lovely positive tone to your voice, quite high. You may not be feeling that, but I think you're a person that tries to see the bright side of life.
Yes, definitely.
Good on you. So, what do you think of energy? How do you connect?
How do I connect?
Yeah, how do you connect to spirit and
Spirit?
all that around you? Yeah.
I climb a mountain every morning and I meditate every day.
And how does meditating every day? What does that do for you?
Um, well, it helps me stay in the moment throughout the day. So if I
Say
get
that again.
upset
Sorry.
or anything, I could just go back to that place much easier if I do it on a regular basis.
Exactly. Every day or every couple of days, whether it's 5 minutes or an hour, but taking that
Yes.
time to just connect to you again gives you that calmness and allows you to deal with things in a day in a calm manner, doesn't it?
Yes. Very helpful.
I mean, you've hit the nail on the head that you do it because it allows you, when you get stressed, unhappy, or whatever, you meditate or you do these things. So you're learning that you control you control your emotions.
Yes. And I wish others would do that too.
But you and me both, Valerie. But don't you think, though, that the last couple of years, with all what's gone on in the world, don't you think that a lot more of people have actually started to turn towards spirituality and energy, and that there's something more than just a materialistic life?
Yes, yes. I wish they would have taken the internet also, though. I think if people went inside for that time, it would have been mind blowing if they
Yeah,
had
I understand.
no social media and stuff. I stopped social media about 25 days ago, and I'm much happier.
I've heard a lot of people that have done that actually, and I think that's fantastic that people sort of
Yeah, I
step
look.
away from social media and all that, and and start to live in the moment again. We're so
Yes,
fixated. We're so fixated with the societies that we live in that we have to control what happens in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time, and we're all programmed and taught about planning and all that. And I can understand that when you have responsibilities and everything, but we can't lose living in the moment at the same time.
right. Yeah, I'm much happier. I look at my children's things, but that's how I saw Connie's message
And
for the reading, and uh, my grandchildren's things, but I don't look at political things or anything like that for about almost 30 days now. So,
and I bet you it's helped you create stronger bonds and relationships with people in your life.
well, I don't have very many people in my life, sir.
Sorry?
I don't have very many people in my life right now, so the bonds I've had for a long time. I was living in Mexico in a trailer working remotely for 2 years, and I just kind of hermited out, and I just came back to the United States to be with my children.
I understand.
So it's a big step. So that's why I wanted a reading.
Oh, no, I understand completely. And I'm just, how you just said that about you hermited away for a couple of years. It's almost like when you were saying that, I felt like, it's almost like you were sent out into the wilderness to discover you. It's almost like you had to find things out about you, and not just you, but on a very deep and fundamental level, and understanding what's right and what's wrong, and what you believe in. It's a very fun. It's almost like a very, without meaning it, it's almost like a very religious context to it. It's almost like Moses being, banished in the wilderness and all that for a little while, and Jesus and everything. It's very much like that. It's almost like you had to go away. This is a very soulful journey that you're on. Your whole life, it feels like you are definitely on a soul's journey with your life at the moment. And I think the 2 years that you had hermited away is part of that journey. And I do feel that spirit, energy in the universe is saying right now, you need to step up to the plate, but you're living it with the newfound knowledge that you have. Does that make sense to you? A real deep spiritual fundamental knowledge. You now need to live the life with your children with that knowledge. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. I wasn't actually in Mexico for longer, but I was very stressed out for 2 years.
Yeah, I've just been told, Valerie, and I know you'll know this term, you're a light worker. You've been switched on.
Definitely.
You've now been switched on, and you know this by the energy that's going on around the world at the moment, right? You've been switched on because it's now time to start work. All of us light workers, we're all being called to arms, as it were. We now have to get out there and show love, light, compassion. Would that make sense to you?
Yes.
So that deep knowing that you've got at the moment, Valerie, you know the path you're on. You've just rung in for confirmation, I feel, and I feel what I've just told you has confirmed you, that deep knowing that you haven't told anybody. You're on a deep, soulful path. You've been called to arms now as a light worker. So crack on. I'm going to have to cut the call short now, sweetie, because I'm about to run out of time. I've literally got seconds left. But thank you ever so much for calling in, Valerie. Please follow the show. Follow my website, The Universal Mechanic. It's lovely to speak to everyone. And Ileana, I hope you be able to lift yourself up. But you understand, guys, the power of you, the belief of you. Understand that knowing, that deep voice within you that's trying to direct you on the path of life. Listen to that. Yes, you will go through disruption, but you will get there. Have a happy life, and I'll see you next week.